Whoops. Okay. Alright. Hey troops! Zender here, back again for another stream, and yeah. uh, as you can see, we've got Sucrose right here, and if that is any indication to anyone who's experienced with this game, that should tell you that, well, Flory! Heyo! 9 gigabytes of mobile data. Nice!
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
But yeah, right now, I've got the search for Albedo quest going on. So I figured I would be doing that this stream. Sunshine Sprat at the end. Okay. Well. I'm looking forward to finding out what that is. Let's begin the adventure. So yeah, how you been doing, Flory? Hello.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Aw. It has been a while since we've co-opted, huh?
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
Sheesh. I remember hearing about how cold she is, but... Thanks, Rosario.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
I don't know. Maybe it'll just give you the perspective. I don't know.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret. Nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up.
Is it just me, or do her eyes seem a little wide apart?
But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've got to get going.
Bye, Barbara.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain. Or a trickster at best.
Paimon.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where. And you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
No, you weren't.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you, the honorary knight that saved us from Storm Terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
Wait, what?
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about
She sounds
you.
more like a
What are you
knight
doing
than
in the
a nun.
mountains?
We're looking for Albedo.
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
You're more like a detective.
I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
Ooh, it's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized. No escape!
Why do you target that one? Okay.
Let's spark things up a...
Keep back!
This can hurt.
Ow. Alright, time to heal up on some food. Let's wait some apples.
Keep back!
No one escapes my sights. Get him!
Keep back!
Let's go. What are you doing up there?
Let it rain.
Ow.
I swear by my sword.
Thank you. Got a chest here.
These
Boy, she
things
wasn't protecting
useful?
much. Oh, I was heading the wrong way. Oh, there we are. Oh, hello. Geez, I'm not really needing to use elemental sight all that often. I'm seeing the footsteps in the snow. What the? Just one more step forward, and it calls the cinematic. Okay.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
Especially with this going on.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Looks like he startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Sorry, Albedo, didn't mean to ruin your painting. What are you climbing?
Who are you? Why did you alarm them?
Didn't mean to. That stupid Paimon can't
Thank the
keep her
gods
mouth
I'd
shut.
already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
You were painting hilly trails?
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my
Wait.
painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow. Look at the
I think I'm
detail.
freezing.
But someone...
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
Thank you, I guess?
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking.
I bet.
I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
You are worthy of your scholarly
Excellent.
reputation.
If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Your research?
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin?
What's with that mark on his throat?
The essence of life?
Whoa, whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
Whoa.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world, but you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So I'm an object of research.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
Is there any danger?
It's possible, but I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Yes, please, because it seems like I'm freezing up here. Oh, who's spying on us? Oh,
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
okay, fire, fire, fire! Nope, that's not warming me up. Oh, that was close. Good thing it's not like insta-death when you get cold, but
I smell rabbit.
would be unfortunate to lose any bit of life.
Right. I taste blood.
No escape!
Keep back!
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
Not entirely. Paimon's just an idiot.
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Doesn't seem like you understand.
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
You sure know how to keep Paimon on board.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at.
So, you're saying you're a good father figure. You're Sucrose. Oh my goodness, the Sucrose Albedo fan art is hard.
The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
Nope.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question. Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
I met Paimon
Oh.
on my travels.
That rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springville to flow backwards.
Why did she just look nervous there?
No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers.
Maybe.
Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise.
Yep.
Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
No, 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 no. As long as I'm not being battered around by hydro
Well,
mimics.
prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
I still have yet to actually be able to defeat Oceanic by myself. How'd I do that?
No one escapes my sight.
Try not to enjoy this.
Keep back!
Barbados, guide us.
Keep back!
Get off the tree, Amber!
No escape. Go, go, Barret Buddy.
Let's spark things up.
Keep back!
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
Just a bit cold.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Will it make my stomach swirl?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
Especially considering that the traveler has the potential to control every element.
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
This is like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining.
Yep.
Let's keep our eyes open.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Nope, not doing much with this.
Let it rain.
Keep back! Keep back!
Bet you can't keep up with me. No escape.
Surrender and I'll beat you.
Okay. I think I went a little overpowered right there, but
Smell of treasure. Strange.
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
does everyone in Mondstadt have gliders then?
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here.
Hey, Timaeus.
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
How'd you already get the data?
Whoa! Look at all the data! results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
Rational?
Consider, you don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
So, what is this? I've been reincarnated as a slime, and the traveler's just a slime in human form?
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregisvine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great. I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Okay.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
It's burning a
You
bit.
said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drink some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
Out of consideration for the test subject?
But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
What, you wanted me to burp out an entire tornado of fire, ice, water, and earth? And what, all the other elements?
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
I feel like you're referring to something in particular.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine, or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
I think I'm getting it.
To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up.
Oi!
What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Oh, it would hurt. Tomato! Tomato! Tomato. No, I'm... Nah.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
What are you? Okay. I guess I can craft it.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
Couldn't make heads or tails of anything.
Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements, but worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world?
Might be helpful if we knew our traveler's adventures of their homeworld. Both him and his sister.
I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
Am I battling a slime
No,
skin?
no. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Sorry, I just can't do it.
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose.
What's with the disappointment? Isn't that, like, impossible?
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
Alchemists certainly have active imaginations.
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Thank you.
Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
This
Not
is
only
science.
is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
I'll save you a thing or two.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
Sunshine Sprite. I am needing 2 more sticks of butter. Which is all the milk I have. Alright. Gonna give it 4 minutes. Got no viewers on right now. Maybe I should have revealed this earlier when Florio was on. But got this little bit of, I guess not fan art, but OC based on Mondstadt design. Figured I need to start creating my own thumbnail stuff, so I figured that for Genshin Impact I would make OC with well, just based off of similar to my Mandalorian, if you look at him. One of the big difference, one of the things that I wanted to do was include the scarf that's around the Mandalorian's neck, which you can see right here. Made sure to have the scarf right there, waving in the wind. I gave him a geovision, although I'm not entirely sure if that's where I want to, what I want to have in the end. And then I gave him this. I made up a sword for it as well. And then, of course, you can see the shield. I figured this would be like a unique excuse me. I figured this would be a unique addition to the characters, since, well, we don't have any characters that wield shields like this in the game as far as I'm aware. So yeah, having a character that blocks with the shield, the sword would, like all the other swords, would be you could alternate between the different swords that are in the game, but the shield I kind of wanted to have as like some sort of E. Like the idea would be that if you're holding E, he would be charging up uh, his sword strike with some sort of elemental charge, and then blocking all damage in front, similar to whatever the large hilichurl things are called. So, yeah. Alright. Now that we've talked about that, 48 seconds left. Shoot. I did not waste enough time.
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Really, Paimon? This is an experiment. We need to be working with Albedo here. Let's take care of these achievements. Oh wait, I'm still gonna need to wait for 4 more minutes. Shoot! Well, guess I'll be back in a bit. Alright. What's this file doing all the way up here? Obtain and... Okay.
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the results. An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
Not often that Paimon gets this much attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past.
You mean like elemental sight?
I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
There should be some elemental traces on the lost
Oh
items.
yeah! You could use elemental sight! This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it!
Goodness, you managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment.
When he said he misplaced them, I was expecting them to be somewhere out there, not in the middle of the shop where he could easily find them.
I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
With you to the end.
In essence, The differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
Nope.
And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Nope.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her?
Sounds like we're still on the superpower test.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
Okay.
Still in one piece. Good thing the vial's so strong.
These
What?
things useful?
The priest box. Okay. Oh no. Better hurry up there. I've been wondering how to get up this mountain.
You want us to jump from up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
That's not very reassuring.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
This is actually less stressful than the superpower.
Then if you would,
part.
please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh!
What the?
Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway,
What?
if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tevat do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
What else have you researched?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended.
Okay.
Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting and the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Okay. And this is how we get to try out Albedo, huh? Okay, that's pretty far away. That thing is huge.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test.
No problem.
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe.
Where there's will, there's
Remember
way.
that this is a test of intellect. So should you get lucky in any way, that won't be factored in as part of the test. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Oh wow. Why'd you have to go all the way up there? Okay. There's... Ah.
It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Oh. Okay. So I just need to find the one more for this one. Oh, hello. Well,
Just what will we come across this time? Terra Smash! Yeah! Terra Smash!
sure.
What?
This is much simpler than what I was going for. Foolish me, foolish me. What? I was afraid you were going to stop there.
Yeah!
Up. Wings out. There we go. Oh, wait.
Get him!
Where are you going?
Let it rain!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey! Explaining things is Paimon's job!
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look.
Hello.
What's this?
I feel like I've seen these before.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Tevat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once.
Does anyone have tape? Does anyone have tape? Please. Tape her mouth shut.
Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Okay. Susan?
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this brain ache. Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
What? You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor.
What do you mean?
Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps, you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
I was just helping him with his research.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
You came here to be sure, so you must have your ways of assuring yourself.
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat. Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very
Why is she
unhappy
a part
sister
of the
if you'd made me
church?
work
Why-
overtime on your account.
She sounds like she should be a member of the Knights of Favonius, but she's way too cold to be on good terms with Jean, I guess. Sheesh.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
Maybe she... No, she doesn't lack security. She seems to have too much of it.
Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
Oh, where are you going? Wow. Open up. Thank you.
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Quite literally by a sister, no less.
I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
That's
You
it?
couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Only the gods would know.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Hmm.
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
Whoa.
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
It's so short-lived.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious.
Hey, Paimon, you know all those sparkles that it created? Yeah, those were seeds. We have now contaminated the entire mountain with those flowers.
A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
I wonder how my sister
Huh?
is.
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
So I'm a hopeful specimen.
I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again?
Sure, even if you just want some company, find me anytime.
Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt,
What?
destroy everything,
Uh,
can I rely on you to stop me?
what? Okay. So I remember there were some theories coming out about Albedo. I guess that's what all the talk was about. Well, Let's see, we've been streaming for an hour and 25 minutes. You know what? Let's go do this. And set up the party to my current preference.
Here, let me help you.
Or at least one of them. Ice. Okay.
The hunt begins.
Alright. And, Barbara
take care
for
of it.
healer. Do I want to use you, Amber?
I'll keep an eye on you.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
spark thing.
Hi.
Run, 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 run.
I'll protect us.
Oh, look at you, Boozle.
Come on, we can do it. Let the show begin.
Surrendering will be gentle.
Hi. I'll protect us.
No. Get me out of here.
I'm a rock. Can't handle your drink. Huh, Pete?
Whoa, whoa, what the?
I'm a rock.
Shoot.
Let's dance.
What?
Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left.
Could you tell me more about the Abyss Order?
The abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations.
I don't think I'm supposed to be hearing the fighting music right now, but okay.
That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers, and the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dame.
Well, we do have some history. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf. Perhaps we may find our Abyss Herald there.
Nothing in those chests.
Let's go, let's go.
She runs so cute. Let's make a quick stop over here. Why are they not blooming? Pardon me. Oh, that's a big mark. The numerous times that I've been here, I've never, I've never noticed the scratch marks before. Maybe this is stuff that they added for this quest. Like, there are some, oftentimes terrain changes to add to the aesthetic.
ready for anything.
Get some dandelion seeds. Sweet flowers too.
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dane's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
I thought we were supposed to be traveling with Dean. Oh, hello.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only.
You familiar with that wolf?
No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
But where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dane?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere. Let's have a look nearby.
Okay. Oh, wow. By nearby, okay. But hey, maybe I can take care of that task in the meantime.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first.
Let's spark things up a
Okay. Hey, Barbara! Barbara, you're a little more
Wish me
useful
luck.
than your sister right here.
Outrider Amber, report.
Yes, I'm back. Hi.
Go, Baron Bunny! Hi. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I'll protect us. Oh, hi.
Oh no.
try not to enjoy this.
Whew, that's that. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss.
I'll race you there. Not so hard. No one escapes my.
I taste blood.
Let's dance. Let the show begin.
Hey, get him! No escape!
Let's spark things.
All right.
And there's another one of those bonfire spells. Looks like the abyss really has been around here.
And this time, no one's around it.
Yikes! Where
Oh,
do these
never
monsters
mind.
pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
There you go.
Let it rain.
Keep back!
A birdie? Yummy. Go right up there.
Have you finished searching?
We found lots of signs of the abyss.
I searched around these parts and found some signs myself, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
No. There is one more place we can go. Let's get a move on then. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's lair.
Oh boy. I was just thinking. He's called the Wolf of the North, right? So. Okay.
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's lair. But I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon for a long time. The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of Old Mondstadt, the Dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin?
Don't, huh?
If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Okay.
Surrendering will be gentle.
No one escapes my sight. I'll race you there.
Let's dance.
Oh no! Oh boy!
Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Here.
That's cheating! No escape! I have some for you too!
Ready, steady, go!
Let it rain. Get him.
Ah, you're back up here. Welcome.
Go, Baron Bunny. Let's dance.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
No one escapes my sight. Get him. Go, Baron Bunny. Get him. No escape. Let the show begin.
Let's spark things.
Hey. So in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald. Bummer.
It is
I
quite a
wouldn't call
shame.
not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
No, you're right. If it's a really powerful monster, it would be best to go around it.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going around them.
Speaking from experience.
Once
sorry.
upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dane, you keep talking about that person this and that person that. Where are they now, anyway?
She no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
Oh, is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot when we travel. Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we? Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but Liyue's one-man restaurant is great too. Either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, I think.
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
Oh, that cinematic where she's looking down at us. Oh no! Oh.
Huh? What's familiar?
I felt it for a moment the previous time we came here too.
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well, or perhaps a monster.
Could it be the abyss?
Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's go.
Whoa, Dan moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
I mean, that is the way that he was talking. Oh, wait. Kinda need some stamina to use a wind current. Oh, never mind.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
It's
Wait.
nearby.
It doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here.
You've been here before.
My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dane, what about you? What's your favorite place?
Me? I no longer remember. I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here?
Ooh.
No
Yep,
peace
that
to
would
be
be her.
found, even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out.
This end, I could feel her.
Huh? You mean your sister? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Just the moment I touched it.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not? At least you now know that she is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find her itself.
And I will
Yes.
find her.
And this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry. We will meet again.
I'm kind of curious if he's going to be playable or if he's
After
only
all,
going to be an aid.
I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Okay. Well. Let's go level up some characters. Didn't get much out of all those quests, but aw.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Alright. Let's see. Let's try to finish up the daily tasks. No, not that. What do I need to do? Oh, just need to complete 3 more daily commissions. What?
I'll protect us.
You're not who I was targeting.
Let's dance.
You know, I did notice on that Temple of the Falcon that I could get a key. I need to do that so I can open these things again. I believe I'm out of them. Next quest. Demonstad. I don't recall getting a quest over here. This must be one of those new ones. Ooh, repent from what? Lots of people come here every day to confess their sins and seek forgiveness from the gods. But if you only say it and don't act on it, don't you think that's a waste of time? Take Nimrod, for instance. He has come here to confess his alcohol abuse numerous times, but he hasn't changed one bit. If you have time, maybe you could go check up on him. Okay. Oh, and if he is drinking again, please bring some evidence back. Oh my. Sometimes serial offenders need a little instruction to help them correct the error of their ways. Oof. Let's do the navigation icon then. Wait. Oh, that's right. Okay. I think I'd like to do a Ganyu quest later. I'll set that up and okay. I'll deal with those later. Maybe I Seeing the fact that Razor's vision is on the back of his coat instead of like on the front or side like Amber's. Amber's got hers on her bag. Lisa has hers on her brooch. Barbara, she's got hers on her back too. Maybe I don't need to have the vision on my OC on the front like I drew it. That could be a good design change. It would help in, I couldn't, for a while, couldn't figure out what I wanted the element to be, so... Nimrod. This is the one I look forward to every day. I thought you quit drinking. You gave me a fright. I thought it was my wife. The odd one now and then doesn't hurt anybody. I did have a tough day's work today. Alright, I get it. I'll finish off this one and head back. Yuri will probably have finished shopping by now anyway. Check mode. Looks like he's on a roll, so if someone doesn't take the mode as evidence, okay. Oh, can I help? Tell me about Nimrod. He's been here drinking for hours. Look, here's his tab. If he keeps this up, we'll have to call in Yuri. Ooh. You want to borrow it? I suppose there's no harm in that, but what do you need it for? Some Knights of Favonius business. Victoria? Here's the bill. Oh boy. Victoria really seems to be being harsh with him. Because who knows, he might need it. Oh, true.
Let the wind lead.
Barely a scratch.
Albedo, guide us.
Get him! Let it rain!
Keep back!
Alright. Those kids visit here so often, and that worrisome night watches them so frequently. Okay. Let's go take care of some stuff at the guild, and then I think I may be ending the stream.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Claim commission rewards. Nice.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Claim some ingredients. Alright. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. For anyone who's stopped by after this stream, thank you for coming by. Yeah, it really has been a while since I've had people stick around for a good amount of the stream, but maybe one day. Anyway, troops, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all later. Bye!